So recently, the new Superman movie came out, and simply entitled Superman. And I absolutely loved this film. I absolutely loved it. I could not get enough of it. I loved it. When I sat in the theater, I just wept. If I'm really being honest with you, I just wept when I saw this movie. I don't know what it did. It just hit me in the feels. So that's what I really felt seeing this new Superman movie. And through through just all the years, through all the years of Superman movies that not weren't really that good, from like Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman or Justice League. I think all those movies just fundamentally misunderstood Superman. And just after all that time, after all that kind of cultural malaise surrounding Superman and superheroes, I think with this new movie, it's just back. Like Superman is just the reason we go and see Superman superhero movies. So that being said, I think you guys know my biases to this film. So with all that, there's a guy out there named Mr. Ben Shapiro, and he's definitely just a very interesting individual. He's just a very interesting individual. He has very strange takes on movies and pop culture and just politics that are just wild, just wild to me. So in reality, Mr. Shapiro was kind enough to review this brand new Superman movie for us. He had a review because he had some thoughts about it, and I just wanted to watch it and go over it with it and react live. Going to see my live reaction to Mr. Shapiro's Superman review. And I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to be in it, but as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Shapiro, I don't think he knows what movies are. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know if he knows what movies are. I know it's just he says stuff about them and he thinks things about them, but I don't I don't honestly don't think he knows what movies are. He just has like the wrong just from everything I know about him, he just has the wrong take on movies. Just whatever it is, if it's possible to watch it wrong, this guy is doing it. So, so that's why I wanted to react to it and share it with you nice people. So, let's get into it. Let's just watch the video live and see what happens. Okay, enough of that. Enough of it all. Oh, there he is. There he is. Nice beard and nice beard, Ben. Okay. Already there. Nice beard, Ben. We have Ben with a manly beard. Okay. Why am I already laughing? I'm already laughing. Okay. Okay. I know I'm not a facial hair guy. If you probably look at like me right here, I don't have nothing for a beard, but Mr. Ben, you're not manly because you have a beard. Your beard sucks, Mr. Man Ben Shapiro. Mr. Ben Pencil Sharpener. Okay, let's keep going. Oh no, he's reviewing it. Yes, he's doing it. He's reviewing Superman better than Knowles. I'm sorry, I gotta get it. Ooh, hello. Oh, sorry. I think I didn't have audio for that for a while. So I'm gonna start again.
Alrighty, folks. So I watched
Haha,
the new
Ben has a
Superman, and I have
mustache,
many,
and
many thoughts. This
he
video is
sucks.
sponsored by our friends over at ExpressVPN.
Okay, he's doing it. He's reviewing Superman better than Knowles. Way to go! I kind of forget
You
who
know,
Knowles
I went with
was,
my
but I
wife.
guess
My
he's
wife
an
and I
internet guy.
always have an interesting time watching movies together because when I go, I'm very
Ooh, your
analytical
wife.
about what I think of the movie. My wife sort of gets
Yeah,
an overall
you're.
gestalt, and it's mostly like, that was fun. And so
Oh yeah, I bet you're analytical, Ben. You're very anal. You're very anal, Ben. Yeah, he's analytical. I want to love your dry wife, Ben.
my wife's review
Anyway,
was,
I'm
that was fun. And I
gonna
think
go on.
most people who come away from the
It
movie
was
will
fun.
probably
Yeah, that was my review too. It was fun.
do the that was fun thing. And that seems to be what the people
Cool.
are saying. People are generally
Yeah, there we go. On the he just said the Rotten Tomato score. It's like a 82% audience, 95. So take it that as what you will.
in the movie. They think
You
it's
know my
fun. They
thoughts
think it's
on
kind
it.
of a kick.
Yeah,
David Cornsweet is
it's
charming.
fun. Wait, what? Oh my God, no! Oh my God, I have to. Oh my God, no! No! Oh no, Ben, no! He did it. He did it. David Cornsweet. Okay, if you didn't know, the real actor who plays Superman in this film is called David Cornsweet, but I guess he's just used that pun to be David Cornsweet, and now he has forced me to look at corn that is sweaty. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for that. That's not even like real corn, it's AI generated corn. I am now looking at sweaty AI generated corn. If that was your goal to get me to look at this, then mission accomplished. So far, so good. I'm 40 seconds in. It's 21 minutes long. Let's see if we can keep going.
He has good physical presence. I didn't mind him as Superman at all. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane was fine. I thought she was great. I thought
Yeah,
both of them had good chemistry. I thought all of that was
there you
fine.
go.
And
Yeah,
then there
Ben.
is the analysis. So
Yeah,
my
the anal. He's the anal of the analysis.
overall review of
Okay, that one's
Superman.
fun.
Superman
Oh,
is super
oh,
meh. It's meh. Okay, so
meh.
all the people who
Yeah,
are getting super extra
of course it's meh. Okay. Oh man, it's super meh. I don't say this about movies a lot, but I think I don't know. I think Ben, if you think this movie is meh, I don't think you're good enough. You're good enough for this movie, Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. Anyway,
exercised over the
I gotta keep
politics, and
going.
we'll get to the politics a little bit
Super
later on. I think that
exercise,
they
I
are
guess you're
overestimating how much
supposed
politics is
to.
in this. I think they're deliberately misinterpreting some of the politics that
Yeah,
are in there. This is not a movie about illegal immigration.
way to go.
It's not a movie about ICE, Russia,
Kinda.
Ukraine, Israel, the Palestinians. There may be
Cool.
references there if you have
Yeah,
politics on the brain, but other than that, I really don't think that there's that
cool. What's like your. Yeah, I don't think he watched this movie like at all. I don't think he's watched this movie. Like, I honestly thought while I was watching like Superman in the theaters, I honestly thought like Ben Shapiro does not have like the capability to watch this movie. He doesn't have the physical ability to watch this movie. Like I honestly think like if this movie played in front of him, just his eyes would just glaze over and he would just go into like this vegetative, I don't know, meditative state where he doesn't have to absorb anything of it because I swear to God, no. What is this review going to be about? So he says it's not about all that politics stuff, but I've seen the movie. It's actually like a lot of that stuff is actually in this movie. So let's just see where it goes.
much of this there. That is not my overall problem with the movie. My overall problem with the
Yes.
movie is that you are taking the most iconic American IP of all time, Superman, which is to be treated with a certain level of respect. That doesn't mean it has to be,
Okay.
grand mythology the way that Zack Snyder wants to do. Like, my standard for Superman is not Man of Steel. My standard
What's
for
that?
Superman movies is 1978 Richard Donner, the best version of
What's
Superman.
this thing?
It just is. Overall, here is my problem. James Gunn is the wrong director, writer, creator for this thing.
I saw Chewbacca on the cover of People.
No, man. James Gunn's perfect. I know you're trying to just say that, but this movie's perfect.
Magazine. I was like, oh my God.
He's just wrong for it. It's Guardians of the Galaxy with Superman in it. And so that means it's all
That's all I wanted. Okay, if you mean that, okay, just to kind of get you with that one, Ben, I absolutely loved Guardians of the Galaxy, and if you tell me there's Guardians of the Galaxy with Superman in it, I'm going to watch that movie like 1,000 times. That's going to be the best movie for me. So,
kind of a mess. It's an overstuffed movie in every way. It's visually overstuffed.
It's overstuffed. Way to go. I'm not going to get through this, am I? It's overstuffed. There's so much stuff. Just like in. Yeah, I know some stuff. It's overstuffed. Yeah. I would think what Ben Shapiro is saying is that he's stupid and he can't follow more than one plot point or anything, and he just can't. He can't follow things because he's a fucking moron. That's it, Ben. You're a fucking moron.
In terms of plot, the plot holes are big enough to drive a truck through them. There are character problems. And all of it is just kind of wrapped around this gauzy, fast-paced,
Any what?
jokey tone that doesn't mesh with Superman as central part of Americana.
Okay. Honestly, like, what? Okay. I have to disagree with you on this one. He's just honestly like fetishizing Superman as an integral part of Americana, but really just Superman is light. It's fun. Superman is fun. Really. He's just fun, and it's a comic book. He's a comic book character. Like, I don't it's just fun. Like, so there can be jokes in it. It can be fun. I want this movie can be fun, Mr. Shapiro. I'm not going to uh what the heck does he want? Like, if I like I'm back. So I was saying Mr. Pencil Sharpener, he has a stick up his ass, but let's keep on looking at it.
To me, James Gunn's sensibility is always to be subversive. That is what he does. He does subversive in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? He takes a comic book movie and he turns it into sort of a potty-mouthed sitcom.
I just laughed. Oh God. He's just so cringy. Okay, I'm just laughing. Yeah, he just oh my God, he looks like such a fucking dork. Ben, you're such a dork. Oh my God. Oh my yeah. It's subversive. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is subversive. Way to go.
Drink fountain water, you idiot. That's disgusting.
Yeah, woohoo. The candle after.
And he does the same
woohoo.
thing with Suicide Squad. He takes that same sensibility,
What's
and
up,
now he's doing that
Suicide
with
Squad?
Superman.
Superman robots, I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
We feed the canine, but he is unruly. And he realizes we are not flesh and blood and couldn't, in our heart of hearts, care less whether he lives or dies.
And I get that after the interpretation of the Snyderverse is over-serious,
Yeah.
he's reversing himself into completely
Over-serious.
the opposite direction. But what that means is that he's constantly subverting everything.
I was outraged.
It does feel like that, but I think maybe maybe it's really, I think James Gunn's movies are just like actual. Here's the thing. In a lot of recent years, the comic book movies, I think James Gunn's been responsible for making comic book movies look and feel like comic book movies. If you know what that means. It's like just colorful and wacky and out there and just fun. Like you're supposed to have fun. Like it's supposed to be a fun art form again. So so I guess same with Suicide Squad, and he's really just kind of picking it up. But I think Mr. James Gunn, he just doesn't have a stick up his ass.
Raised with a dog that was my sister.
The very beginning of the movie, you are told that Superman is the most powerful metahuman, right? There's like a placard that says 30 years ago, the metahumans arrived.
That's fun.
3 years ago,
I don't know. Is
Superman
he like an
emerged.
Unreal Engine?
3 weeks ago, there was an invasion. And 3 minutes ago,
of...
Superman's ass got kicked.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Yeah.
He's not very super. He is not a Man of Steel. He is not invulnerable. He gets his ass kicked routinely. He gets locked up in a prison with a character who's making kryptonite out of his hands.
Sorry, what?
He's constantly.
Yeah, kind of. But like, in fairness, like that happens in like the comic books and other media he's in. Like, I don't think Ben has like read any of the comic books that Superman's been in. Like, honestly, like if he didn't like fight or get his butt kicked, then what would the story be about? What would the story be about, Ben? Okay, that's an honest question, I believe. So, what would the story be about? Like, if Superman's just, just perfect, and sometimes he just needs to get his butt kicked, and sometimes it just happens in the story. Like, if he didn't have these weaknesses or whatever, if things weren't tough for him, what would the story be? Really, he needs to overcome something. This movie would be so boring if he didn't overcome things. If he didn't have a villain that was just different than him in some way and could really just pose a problem to him. But you know what? Let's keep going.
In victim mode. Like Green Lantern has much more success in this movie. Mr. Terrific has much more success in this movie than Superman. Superman's
yeah, he's great. So, actually, you know what? Let's actually talk about it. So, even more of a fan of Superman I am. I really do love Green Lantern, and I love Green Lantern in this. He's Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion, and he's just kind of a dick. He's kind of, just kind of a dick. And I guess what Mr. Shapiro is kind of telling us that if like a superhero doesn't really have arcs or problems and he's not a superhero or something. I don't know what he's trying to say. Let's keep going.
Parents from Krypton, if you're going to go through the mythology.
Okay,
send
we're going
him
through that again.
to Earth so that he can be a moral guide for people on Earth using his great powers to stop evil from happening to them. In this movie, his parents from Krypton send him there. This is the big revelation of the movie.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. That's a fun spoiler alert. But
parents send him there to dominate the life on Earth as an alien invasion, essentially, and to create a harem of Earth women to have his many babies.
Well, sign me up.
So immediately.
Okay, good one, Mr. Shapiro. So I guess in the movie, they were. That has actually happened. So, what the heck can I even say about that? Posted on Twitter that I guess in the movie they do make a joke about Superman having a Superman harem, and while it's kind of just joking and comic booky, I don't think really Superman would ever have a harem, but Spider-Man is the guy who has a harem. Have you read that comic books? He is fucking everybody. He's slanging his dick everywhere. He's fucking everybody, Spider-Man. So, so again, it's actually really complicated. I guess in the movie, uh, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna let him go with it. But in the movie, it's more complicated, and I think Ben Shapiro is just kind of trying to simplify it. Just some really complicated twists and turns reveals, and I think the way Shapiro is talking about it, it's really simplistic and just just stupid.
Immediately, you're taking the expectation of what you know about his Krypton parents and flipping
Yeah.
it on its head. His
Yeah.
parents, Ma and Pa Kent, in the original, they are noble
Yeah.
and they are wise. They're kind of salt of the earth. Here, they're basically kind of, I don't know, like down home types who don't seem to, they live in a kind of a crappy house. They're the kind of people who call the TV the box. They're the kind of folks who are sitting around and you know, kind of scratching their butts. They're purposely cast as ugly and non-noble. It doesn't mean everything they say is bad. It isn't, but, and by the way, both of them are alive in this, right? The original Superman mythos.
Okay. Okay, man. Fucking idiot, man. So, let's break this down. Superman's parents. I guess in the film, I guess that's really kind of the crux of the film because at the beginning of the film, Superman has this message from his Krypton parents, uh, from his Kryptonian parents, and they tell him, "Yeah, you're gonna go to Earth and you're gonna be really good. You're gonna have all the powers." But I guess half of it got half of their Krypton message kind of got scarfed in the when he crash landed on Earth, so half it's kind of messed up. But in the middle of the film, Lex Luthor steals the video, and kind of enhances it and fixes it. And apparently, he reveals that uh, yeah, Superman's Kryptonian parents, they wanted him to just kind of go on to Earth and I guess just be awesome, and then just kind of rule over them and take many wives so he can breed the Kryptonians back to life. So that's kind of his whole ordeal. That is really what this film is about. And Superman really has to. And Superman learns this. He's very shocked. He's very sad. He's sad. He's just distraught. He's emotionally wrecked. That's the part. So Superman doesn't feel good about this. And so Ma and Pa Kent, Martha and John Kent, um, even though Superman's not feeling good, they're still here for him. They're actually really good parents, and they're still really proud of their son, even though they just found him in a cornfield, and even though they're adopted son, parents still love their kids. It's actually very wholesome, very sweet. So that gave me the feels. That's there, man. I know we all got parents out there. So yeah, I'm just thinking about it and I'm kind of tearing up. But Mr. Shapiro, I think all that is just whoosh for Mr. Shapiro. He doesn't get it at all. So he's not getting it. So far he's not getting it. And let's keep on going. Let's keep on going.
Is that Pa Kent dies, and that's what sends Superman on his journey. Anyway,
China. Actually, not really. So think technically in the comics and a lot of in the comics and like a lot of different Superman media, Ma and Pa Kent, they're still alive for like a good chunk of what Superman does. Like, actually, if you watch Superman the Animated Series, I remember that's just my intro to Superman. But again, Martha and John Kent are still alive. There's plenty of mythos, as he calls it, where his parents are still alive, where John Kent is still alive, and what he's misremembering it as John Kent died in some way because that happened in the first Superman movie and also Man of Steel. So you're just wrong, Shapiro. You're stupid and wrong.
Crypto,
Oh
the super
wow.
dog, is a terrible dog, is a dog that does not, like an idiot dog.
Time to talk about it. Oh, Ben, do you not like dogs? I know because you're a sociopath, though you don't like dogs. But dogs are good, Ben. Ben, you suck. All doggies are good boys, Ben. Crypto the super dog is a good boy. You suck. I'm biased towards dogs. I like those dogs. Show me pics of your dogs, please. If I see, I'm that guy. I'm like, I love to see your dogs. And if I see dogs in public, I'll just go up to them and start petting them and call them a good boy. So that's me. Watch out, dogs. Watch out, dogs, if you're out there. You are going, if you see me, you're gonna get petted and called a good boy. Because deep down, you know, you're a good boy.
Like way worse than my dog Happy. My dog Happy, way better than this dog, and my dog makes trouble. This dog is a mess. Supergirl, who you get introduced to for a hot second at the very end, Supergirl is a drunken teenage brat.
Oh, God. I'm not gonna get through this, am I? Okay, another spoiler. We actually get to see Supergirl because I think her movie's coming up next in 2026, and again, she is kind of just a party girl, but really good for her. So, so we don't spend that much time with her when. Oh my God, he sounds like a fucking dork. Ben.
Right? Like
Okay.
anything that you think you know about the Superman universe, James Gunn is determined to debunk in the first half hour of the film. I think that it's a betrayal of the original IP and mildly upsetting. Not like hugely upsetting, but mildly upsetting. That is my critique of James Gunn. He is
Okay, this guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what Superman is. Oh, Ben, he doesn't know what Superman is. I swear to God, man. Wow. Wow. So, we're 5 minutes and 30 seconds into this. We're about a quarter of the way into it, and we've established Ben Shapiro has no idea what Superman is. So let's see where we're gonna go.
not the right person for this film because James Gunn is not capable of
What a
delving. He's
fucking
just not.
idiot,
He's
yeah.
not capable of delving into a single character and examining his motivations and what's interesting about that character. He can't do it with Superman. He can't do it with Lois. He can't do it with Lex. Instead, he decides he's just going to toss everything into the stew. And so you end up with this sort of ADHD film where a bunch of things are going on at the same time.
Like Ben, an ADHD film. Way to go. If I'm being honest, I'm going to actually kind of meet him on his level here. There's actually like a lot of films that are kind of like that these days. Just I think it's really just kind of the signs of the times. There's a couple films that are kind of just like bright and just upbeat and happy. And I think of uh, earlier this year we did the Minecraft movie, and that still just kind of takes place in this just oversaturated and bright, just interesting world with a lot of really bright characters and fun stuff. And also the Minecraft movie was, I guess, successful, so up there. So also a couple years ago they had Barbie. There was a big Barbie movie. I just remember that movie. It's just so just pink and fantastical, and it's just big and bold and really just kind of grabs your attention. So who knows? Maybe we're kind of in for a few films that are like that, just kind of bright and colorful, and maybe something for that. I'm not. I don't even really want to critique it. I honestly think it's pretty good. I think speaking out of love here. So let's see what Mr. Shapiro is going to do next.
but you never get a good, interesting perspective on
Yeah, good,
anybody who's in the
interesting.
film. So Green Lantern is there, and he's
Okay, here's his claim. You never get. I swear. Also, Ben, I swear, you're just so ADHD, man. You just won't stop talking about crap. Ben, if anybody's ADHD film, it's you, Ben.
kind of just a schmuck, and he's there as comic relief. And then you have Mr. Terrific, who's the actual hero of the
There's a lot there. He's a schmuck. Green Lantern, he says he's a schmuck. Yeah, he's not really a schmuck. He's like a jerk, really. Schmuck is different from jerk. And Mr. Terrific, he was actually really good. He's saying, like, he doesn't really. Okay, earlier Ben was like, yeah, they don't get into any interesting characters in this movie. And then he says,
film, who you learn nothing about other than he's just kind of a noble do-gooder fellow. And
a noble do-gooder fellow. Wow. Did Ben even, like, see this movie? Like, in the movie, we see Mr. Terrific, and he's very smart. He's a very smart man. And he's kind of the brains of the whole operation. Yeah. Guy Gardner can be a jerk, and Mr. Terrific, he's very smart. So he's got a brain on him. Way to go. He's got his.
and you
Okay,
have all
let's
these
keep going.
superheroes who are wandering around. You never get any information
Wandering
about them that
around.
makes them interesting or sympathetic or even particularly cool.
Wow.
But you don't know the motivations of any of the villains except for Lex, who it turns out is
Any
just
of the
really kind of
villains.
jealous of Superman because Superman has superpowers, and Lex is like, I'm really smart, and Superman is really strong, so why do people like Superman more than they like me? Which is a pretty boring motivation, to be frank. So the characters
Thanks, Frank. That's basically what Lex is. I swear. He's going to critique Lex. Yeah, kind of. Honestly, in the movie, Lex is just kind of Elon Musky, kind of an asshole billionaire. So, yeah, Lex is just.
are
Oh well,
complete
let's keep going.
pastiches. They're just cardboard
Pastiches,
cutouts.
yeah.
Even the moments that are supposed to hit don't hit because
Cardboard
there's
cutouts.
so much going on in the background because James Gunn cannot control his ADHD. He just cannot.
I think he was pooping his brains out for the next 36 hours.
There's a scene where Clark and
Let's see.
Lois, they've had a fight and now they're back together and they're having a talk. And it's supposed to be this very intimate talk where they're speaking with each other. And literally outside the window, Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl are fighting a gigantic sort of eye monster that looks like it's from Suicide Squad.
Stop it right there, Joker. You never get me, Batman! Will you catch him up?
It's extremely distracting because he's
Oh man, Ben, I think you're kind of telling on yourself here, Ben. I think you have ADHD, Ben. Ben, I'm not one to diagnose such things, but Ben, you have ADHD. I've seen the film, and that particular scene is like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's funny, it's silly, and in reality, they just kind of talk, and also there's a giant monster out there, and the Justice Gang is hitting it. They're gonna get that giant monster. but I think he's kind of missed the point. I think he's kind of missing the point, man.
James Gunn and everything has to be some sort of dumb joke. You're like, well, shouldn't Superman be doing something about it? No, let them handle it. Again, that's irritating. As far as the plot itself, the plot itself makes very little sense. The plot is basically
irritated. I hope you're irritated, Ben. Never mind.
Lex Luthor has decided that he is going to make a deal with a foreign politician who the left wants to believe is both Vladimir Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu, but actually is just kind of nothing, is going.
I thought it was no politics, Ben. Oh, wow, we're getting into the politics, Ben. Wow. Yeah, it was, but I like to think things are up to interpretation. Yeah, Ben. Way to go. You're just a fucking liar.
Going to invade another country, and Superman stops that invasion. Apparently.
Yeah, in reality, like, they invade a country. Like, there's one big country and it wants to invade a smaller country. How is that, like, relevant to anything happening right now, man? That's, like, relevant right now, Ben. That's what's happening. Right now, Ben. Fucking loser.
Apparently, Lex wants to use this as an excuse to box up Superman, saying that he's running counter to American foreign policy. Now, we've seen that iteration in other movies, right? That was in Batman versus Superman. You've seen it in other versions of the Superman story, but it's not really taken kind of to its ultimate extreme politically. In any case, it turns out that
I don't know what the fuck
what he really wants is to annex half of this separate country. He's going to split it with this other dictator. One major plot hole. Lex Luthor is obviously the smartest person in the film. So smart, he can create his own universes. Is a major plot point. And he is concerned about a relatively small piece of land occupied by third worlders. This is his big plan. And later it turns out that he said, oh, no, I started that war just so that I could get people to turn against Superman. Okay, well, he does that.
Yeah, kind of. Wow, Mr. Shapiro. Wow. Yeah, he's... Wow. Fuck. Where do I even begin, man? Where do I even begin? So yeah, in that film, Lex Luthor wants his own country. And... Yeah, I think in that part of it is kind of very reminiscent of just how kind of like tech bros and billionaires think of countries now. Like they just want to go in and buy everything and just be the leader of this country. So that's actually a thing that we need to be worried about, Ben. That's not even like a movie thing. That's just a real life thing, Ben. Way to go.
Halfway through the film. And then he jails him, and then he leaves him alive and explains the secondary plan that apparently was his primary plan, sort of. But he doesn't kill Superman at the time for a reason that remains undisclosed.
We hear that he killed 27 children, and you're always going to make mistakes, but that's how it is.
The entire plot is a complete mess. If you try to chart it, there's no way to do it because James Gunn doesn't care about plot. James Gunn doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't care about plot. You know, I don't
doesn't care about characters.
Just keep going.
James Gunn cares about jokes and aesthetics. That's what James Gunn cares about.
Nobody cares anymore.
It's very difficult to make Clark a hero in a situation in which the plot is a complete mess. And again, that's not
I think the plot makes sense. Ben Shapiro's just a fucking idiot, so I think that's basically
a rip on Nicholas Hoult, who I love in everything. I think he's great. Or David Corenswet or Rachel Brosnahan. That's a rip on James Gunn as a script writer. It's just not a good script. Okay, we'll get to...
What a fucking idiot. I don't think Ben watched this movie.
More of this Superman review, this overlong and overcritical Superman review in a moment. First, it's rather ironic when you think about it. Millions online. And they actually...
Skipping the ads, man.
Computer, that's that. Screen. Okay, vomit. So, Jerry, when I say a mess, or by heading on over to expressvpn.com/BenYT. Okay, the visuals are... When I say a mess, I mean that the visuals are CGI vomit. Like complete CGI vomit. So James Gunn has an addiction to kind of gross and weird imagery, which doesn't really fit in the context of the, again, Americana that is Superman. And so there's some really gross and weird images, particularly in the Pocket universe, where you have characters who are turning themselves into weird tentacly octopuses.
Oh, God, this looks beautiful. What a fucking idiot, man. Like, This shit here looks just really good. You know what? Ben's just a liar, man. I swear to God, like I only really can compare it to uh the Snyder films like Batman vs Superman, and I swear just that movie looks like just crap. And also sky beams and just gray. But with this one it's like colors and vibrant colors, and it's just interesting. So, just look at everything that's going on here. There's this cool just metamorphose over here, and he's a tentacle guy, and Superman's holding a green baby, and just a lot of stuff in the background. So it's like a painting. You can just look at it for hours.
And you have people's eyes being attacked on a wide variety of
Eyes
things. He has
being
an obsession with
attacked.
eyes, James Gunn. And
With eyes. Uh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what it is.
you can see it
Why did
in
I laugh
Suicide
at
Squad.
that?
He has like an obsession with the eyeball being
Eyes.
pierced. And it's very strange and off-putting. My wife was very
Ben Shapiro is very strong, off-putting. uh, Sometimes there's gonna be strange or off-putting things in a
off-put by a
movie.
lot of this imagery. It
You
feels
fucking
like
idiot.
psychedelic LSD CGI vomit.
Okay. 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 Since he brought it up, has Ben done psychedelics or LSD at all? Really, Ben? Tell me, Ben. Have you done psychedelics or LSD? This would imply that you've done psychedelics and LSD. Ben, you fucking suck.
Is what it feels like for large portions of the film. You never really get a kinetic scene of Superman doing something cool. You have multiple scenes
I
of
swear.
giant heavy
What the fuck is. That's just plain wrong. He's flying and shit. And he punches a guy. That's basically his thing. Like, right here, there's a cool thing. Like, this building is falling. Are you not entertained, Ben? Part of that part in Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Then Superman has to stop this building from falling.
objects falling on Superman and Superman stopping the
Yeah.
giant heavy objects from falling to save an individual. Again, another plot
Yeah.
hole. You'll have giant building. The entire building will fall, and he will stop the building from falling to save one person or a chipmunk who is in the way. But it's an entire building full of people, so presumably all those people are dead. In any case,
Oh, fucking idiot. Like, yeah, I think he's complaining that Superman is saving people. Way to go, Ben. You're complaining because Superman is saving a person. And you know what, Ben? I'm just going to assume that entire building is empty and has no people in it. Do you know why I'm going to assume that, Ben? Because it said so in the script. And everybody's fine. You dumb asshole.
the visuals, I think, are a problem. The music, again, I'm John Williams is still alive. Just hire him to do your Superman movie, you stupid. Just stop it.
John Williams. Wow. I know John Williams is like a goat, so I don't have any problems with him, but I swear he's like 80 something. Like, really, man. He's like 87 and retired. I don't know how much that is, man. But just screw you, Ben. I don't want to hear your opinions on music, Ben.
I get very exercise. This is the only thing that really exercises me about this.
Exercise. Exercise. Ben, I'm sure you're exercised. Is that what you mean by triggered or upset or just disgusted? Exercised. Wow. Water break. I'm gonna next time I exercise, Ben, I'm gonna think of you.
John Williams, His original Superman score is one of the
Yeah.
great scores in all of movie history. It is a phenomenal score,
great.
beginning to end. It may be John Williams' best score. I love that score so much. It is a great, great score. It is magic.
What a fucking nerd. No, I'm not hating on John Williams. Keep John Williams' name out your fucking mouth, Ben. That's what I'm hating on. Keep John Williams' name out your fucking mouth. So, in reality, they have like in the movie they have kind of like homages to that score, but not like a one-to-one recreation. Like, also, like, why would you want to do that like again? Like that already exists. Like, you just, I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep going. Oh, whoops! She got all dropped. Just dropped them.
And what do? They take the original theme and they play a few notes from it because it's so iconic, and then they underscore it with nothing, with like a pedal tone. It sucks. The music is awful. The score is terrible. Just play the original score. The original score is good. The original score is magic. You feel the magic when
Go listen to the original. Wow, Ben. He is really upsetty spaghetti on this one, Ben. He just wanted the original score. Kind of played a little bit, but it really was just let's just do a kind of like a guitar riff. So wow, he is very upsetty spaghetti.
Superman flies in the original score. Like, what are you doing?
Way to go.
Okay, then we get to the actual politics.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta reboot it, man. It's 2025, man. Go back to 1970 something, Ben. Go have your go have Superman fly around the Earth and turn back time to the 1970s, Ben. And then we'll drop you off there. How about that? You whiny little child. Now we're gonna get into the politics of this one. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare.
So I know this is what people are waiting for. They're waiting for my political rip on this film. So we've been told this is
I think he knows about us.
a movie about illegal immigration. Not really. Honestly, like you have to look to find that. There's one line where Clark is saying, "Aren't you going to read me my rights?" James Gunn's politics is so ham-handed, like truly ham-handed, that it doesn't even read as political, it just reads as stupid. So there's a moment where Clark, he's being arrested, and he says, "Aren't you going to read me my rights?" And one of the members of the government says,
Is that it?
"Well, you're now considered an enemy alien, or you don't have any rights because you're not an American." All right. Like, if that's supposed to be some sort of like anti-ICE sentiment, it's really weak. Also, legally incredibly stupid, considering that he came to Earth as a baby and then was adopted by an American family, which would make him American.
That was
Oh my god. Wow, okay. We have this Superman is an immigrant storyline. And really, okay, we're at. And now we're looking at Trump's face. So, wow. Just wow. Like, just like, where do I even begin? It's like, in reality, literally, like every incarnation of the Superman mythos, as he calls it, Superman's from just another planet. So, in that regard, he's an immigrant. In that regard, he's an immigrant because he wasn't born here. And I guess right now, uh, just the Trump administration is looking for just any real reason to lock up anybody who it just is not white. So that's what ICE is. And really, just shout out to any immigrants there. Like, just like Ben just wants us to hate immigrants, but don't fall for it, man. Just don't do it. Ben's a dummy. Don't do what he says. So It's kind of that, but really, just are you triggered by him being an immigrant, Ben? Are immigrants just not okay with you or something? I swear to God, like there's people just screaming just about immigrants for freaking 20 years. And just Superman happens to be an immigrant by just technicality and hey, we're back. Need to get the newest update for OBS Studio.
Meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people
What?
trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
There's a suggestion that
Wow,
he says
what a
truth,
fucking
justice, in a
idiot.
human way. I didn't catch that anywhere in the film. The sort of
Kinda
social media
whatever.
politics that social media is stupid and rigged by bots, which, I mean, I think everybody sort of agrees on at this point. And there's a really dumb visual joke where Alexis set up actual monkeys typing into computers as his bots. It's like, oh, God. But that's so James Gunn. Again, it's all so, I can't, I just don't like James Gunn. I mean, I just be,
Are you triggered by James Gunn, Ben? James Gunn. What a fucking nerd. Like, the whole thing, man. Wow, like, I don't really feel as strongly about everything. Like, I know, like, at the beginning, I said, like, I said, I was really emotional about this. And all the bad incarnations of Superman over the years. I was really kind of like emotional about this. And when I saw this movie, I just wept because I loved it so much. And I guess that was just kind of because all that time with Zack Snyder's films and the Snyder verse and just everything that was kind of going around there. But in the end, I don't really hate Zack Snyder. And if I really had something to say about him, I'd say I think it's all kind of overhyped on the internet, and in reality, I think we can have some polite disagreements about some movies that you made, and but again, I don't really hate him, and like I don't really hate anybody. I don't really hate anybody who makes a movie deep down. But that's still kind of a better take than whatever Ben is having.
just to be,
Let's keep
and
going.
again, I'm one of the people who, when James Gunn was first fired from the Guardians of the Galaxy
Fucking
franchise
idiot.
in July 2018 over bad old tweets, I actually defended him at the time. So it's not about like anything personal with James Gunn. I just don't like his movies very much. The other politics
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Ooh, sorry.
of the situation are supposedly this foreign policy thing. So the left is suggesting that the foreign policy conflict in which Superman engages is a stand-in
Yeah,
for
the
Israel
left.
and the Palestinians, or alternatively for Russia and Ukraine. So let me give you the geopolitical setup. The geopolitical setup here.
Yeah, apparently it's not about that, Ben. Yeah, kinda. It's kinda in the film. I forget the names of the countries, but it's like ambiguous. Like it can be anything, but in reality, it's just perpetuated by weak dictator leaders who just want to appear strong, but they're weak and they lie to people. And that's basically what war is. That's basically what war is. Just very weak men sending brave men to fight for them. So knock it off with, yeah, I know everything about geopolitics, Ben. Take that. I kind of just said all the things, and we didn't even let him say the thing. So let's let
Is
him say
that
the thing.
there is a country called Moravia, and this country called Moravia is run by
Moravia, that's the name of the country. The bad country is Moravia.
essentially a corrupt dictator who's working with Lex Luthor, and it invades another sovereign
Yeah,
country, Jarhanpur. Okay, and
Jarhanpur, Moravia, and Jarhanpur. That's what I didn't have. So, but he's explaining it pretty well. So let's
So
listen.
Superman stops that at the very beginning. Okay, and doesn't show him stopping it. He talks to Lois Lane about it. Fine. Okay, the idea is geopolitically that Baravia has been a longtime ally of the United States. Jarhanpur is a country where we don't know who it's allied with. And it may or may not be run by jihadis, but we don't know. Like, we don't know who.
Oh, man. What? Wow. Just wow, Ben. Wow. Wow, just really. That was such a bad take that OBS disconnected. Gonna get better at live streaming at some time, but wow, he thinks Jarhanpur is run by jihadis. And that the military dictator of Baravia, he doesn't even talk about that, but I swear to God, Ben's just an idiot that's lying to you.
Who it's run by. It doesn't matter. The only reason that Clark stops it, that Superman stops it, is he says because
People were going to die.
which, as we'll get to in sort of my final breakdown.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. That's definitely a thing in the film, so I guess if James Gunn's such a bad filmmaker, then none of that really should have came across, because I don't know, kind of undermines the other stuff you said, Ben. So fuck you. And like, going to be honest, like when that really just kind of hits you. So maybe we should keep watching.
Of why this movie doesn't work and why no really good Superman movie has been made since '78.
What did he say?
I'll explain in a moment. The people of Jarhanpur are brown.
Look at my African American over here.
The people
Just like the people of Jarhanpur are brown. Wow. Also, literally, like, just why does it matter if Jarhanpur is brown? Why does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter the color of your skin at all. Like, I'm going to keep
people of Baravia are white. Okay, so this is why.
he did the thing. Did the thing. Wow. Just wow. Wow.
The left is reading this
I'm
as
keeping
Israel and the
going, man.
Palestinians. The reason it doesn't work that way is because we are not made aware that the people of Jarhanpur are either wildly terrorism supportive, that they have participated in multiple terrorist attacks on the people of Baravia. They are led by a corrupt dictatorship that murders gay people, right? None of that's in the movie. So it doesn't match up that way.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. God. I have cancer now. That take just gave me cancer. He just wow. Just wow. He thinks just he's trying to get us to believe that Jarhanpur are terrorists and they deserve to be invaded. Just wow. Just wow. I don't know. I don't know what level of hell this man is going to, but in his level of hell, I guess he just has to watch Superman 2025 over and over and over again. Because fuck you.
And the idea that Baravia is Israel in this iteration, like a longtime U.S. ally that's randomly invading countries for territorial gain, that does not match up to any of the facts on the ground that we know of at all.
Again, like in the movie, it's not supposed to be like a one-to-one comparison to anything in real life because it's open to interpretation, Ben. Because sometimes movies can be open to interpretation, and I guess I know you think like the left is saying that it's an Israel-Palestine thing, but who knows? But or one of those political things, but sometimes it doesn't have to line up 1 to 1. So it just needs to kind of look like something that's just overwhelming and troublesome and maybe shouldn't like it. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but I'm not like a big geopolitics guy, but I don't have all the answers, but again, just Superman stopped the war because people were going to die, and he stopped people from dying, and that's all he knew. That's all he really needed, and that's why I love this movie. So Ben's here just trying to get us to just go to war or whatever the hell he's doing, and wow. Superman's just trying his best to get people to stop people from dying, and here's Ben being a giant prick about it. Just wow. Just honestly wow.
That is not real. So maybe in left-wing brain, that's how it reads. I could see if you're a left-winger and you don't know anything about the situation, or you think a bunch of false things,
No.
you could read that maybe.
Yeah, I really think false things, Ben. Did I say just a bunch of stuff about false things? Yeah. Wow, this guy's a fucking liar and an idiot and paid by Russia. Wow, I think he knows us, man. Way to go, Ben. Those be fighting words.
You could also read this as Russia-Ukraine because it's one sovereign country that's invading another sovereign country, and because the leader of Bravia has a Russian accent. So I guess that if you have like poison left brain.
Damn, I got an ad. Fuck, the ads are getting us.
The Russians are nuking us! Go! Go, go, go! Go, 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 go!
Yeah, South
Come
Park.
on! The missiles are coming! They've lost their mind! Go! Get to the...
Honestly, I did kind of say that, but just literally, it's open to interpretation.
But you certainly don't have to read it that way. And I'm not going to read it that way because it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense politically. It makes no sense. Okay, so this...
Yeah. Yeah. What a movie makes sense politically. Way to go. God, this guy's a fucking liar.
brings me
and an
to my
idiot.
final point about this movie and all other Superman movies.
What's your final point,
The
Ben?
fundamental flaw in all Superman movies of my lifetime is the thing that Hollywood cannot say and will not do.
Politics, does he still stand for truth, justice, all that stuff?
The only Superman movie that I have ever seen that uses truth, justice, and the American way is the original 1978 Superman.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
This is not just a throwaway line. It is deeply important to the character of Superman. Why? Well, because take Superman just as a character. Superman is unbelievably powerful, unstoppable. He's faster than anyone. He has X-ray and laser vision. He's stronger than anyone, right? He's basically a god on Earth, and the biggest god on Earth. He's Zeus, right? He can do whatever he wants. And so, why is he the good guy? Why is he the good? Why?
Just, I honestly don't know what his point is. Like in this new movie, he's still just truth, justice in the American way. Like he doesn't see Ben. Do you see Superman stopping a war as like justice or truth or just good? Do you not see that as good? From stopping people from dying or something? Again, like, what's your point? Okay, really, I really want to engage with this, but you're not making like any points. You're just being a fucking weirdo.
Why isn't Lex Luthor right? Because, let's be real, if there were a person on Earth who actually had those powers, Americans would rightly be very much afraid of him.
You did the thing. I did the thing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm a triggered left brain. For those of you who don't know, I think like on Thursday or Friday, the White House posted like an official like parody of a Superman poster with Trump as Superman. It's just so fucking cringe. Don't even fucking watch it or look at it. But that's just, ugh. So they post cringe. They posted cringe on me, but they got me triggered there. But anyway. But what was I even saying? Lost it. But wow, I don't even know. Wow.
Correctly. As Federalist 51
Correctly, what?
suggests, you need
What is
ambition to counteract ambition.
Federalist
If any one
51?
person had ultimate power, what you're really talking about is a philosopher king. And that's pretty scary because that person could be a dictator, simply doing whatever they want to the world. The only reason why Superman would be a hero as opposed to a villain is because he grew up in America, because he has the American way, right? He's emblematic of what America is. May blunder.
Wow. 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 I don't know.
May make mistakes, but overall stands for freedom and liberty and private property and free speech and all of those things.
All that stuff.
Right? All the good American stuff. There's a great comic book called Superman Red Sun. It's an alternative universe in which Superman's capsule from Krypton lands in Soviet Russia. And he grows up as the emblem of Soviet Russia. And he's evil because he grew up in Soviet Russia. Because if you give that power, that amount of power to an evil ideology, then evil ensues. So this is why it's really important. It's not just truth, justice, and the human way, or truth, justice, and all that good stuff. There's a specific definition of Americanism that says that this is why America, for example, should be a world power, because America is better than other countries. And people who live in accordance with Americanism make the world better if they have more power. That's why America is good. Because otherwise, Superman is bad, and Lex Luthor is right, and we should restrict his power. And we should jail him, and we should check and balance him, and we should not let him be free. The problem is that Hollywood cannot say the American way because they don't believe in the American way. They don't believe that America is unique. They don't believe in these American basic values and principles and rights. They have a hard time, even with the idea that, like, the values of Ma and Pa Kent back on the farm are values that ought to be promulgated in the best of all possible circumstances. And so what they come away with in kind of the key moment in this movie, for example, is Pa Kent telling Clark that parents don't make missions for their kids, right? They don't make their kids kind of what they are in terms of what they should be. They give kids the tools to choose what they want to be, and then those choices make those kids what they are. Okay, that's kind of half true and half not. Of course, you give your kids the tools to make choices.
God. God dang. Wow. You got me, Ben. You got me. Finally talked about a whole lot of bullshit. And I just can't take it anymore. Wow. There's just so much bullshit in that. Like, I can't even like, do anything with it. It's just a shit sandwich on shit bread. With shit.
Choices in life.
Anyway,
But you also try to define the mission your kid should have in life. That's maybe the most important thing you do as a parent. Direct them in a world of choices at what is the ultimate good? What is the ultimate goal? Hollywood is not run by people who believe that there is such a thing as an ultimate good or an ultimate goal. It's run by moral relativists who have a kind of, at best, soft-pedaled...
Oh, man. Oh, fuck, I got another ad. Moral relativists. Yeah. Way to go, Ben. You got us. I think Hollywood's really just kind of run by people who want to make money.
Diablo's metal demon drill bits, thermal shield protective.
I'm okay.
Generic, be nice attitude toward the world, which is why Superman's defense of intervening in this foreign conflict.
Yeah, he's like, be kind. Yeah, you fucking idiot. He's just mad because somebody's telling him to actually be nice to another person. Be just kind or nice. Is that really it? Am I just reading this wrong? Whatever. Is Ben just kind of mumbling just fastly his weird little shit? Ben the superhero was under. I am Superman.
People were going to die.
Okay, well, people would die on the other side, presumably, if you didn't intervene. Or
The fuck are you talking about, Ben? What?
people die every day in conflicts all over the world.
People die. Oh, he did it. He did it. He misunderstood the thing. He misunderstood the thing. Wow. He did the thing. He did the thing that conservatives do, where they don't give a shit about other people or just life, and they're just shit. Wow. Wow, he had time for that. Wow. Wow.
right? The reason that Clark or Superman is supposed to intervene is because one side is right and one side is wrong. And unless you are willing to simply say that all foreign policy situations in which people die under any circumstances are equivalent, which I don't think is right, then you end up in this kind of...
You know what? I'm going to say that. All foreign policy decisions where innocent people end up dying are wrong. Thanks, Ben. Whatever you said, it's right. Whatever you think is wrong is right, Ben, because you're a fuckwit.
weird generic place. The central question...
Yeah, what generic play? Like, I swear to God, like, do you think this film is... Sorry, another water break. Again, you're a fucking idiot.
question of Superman has never really been handled by any movie, and it's certainly not handled here, which is why should one person be given this much power? And the answer is he shouldn't, unless he is essentially just a metaphor for what makes America awesome, which is what Superman was designed to be. This is why Superman in the original comics is punching Hitler.
Ben. 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 You're Hitler. You are Hitler, Ben. Ben. Nobody wants to tell you this, but you are Hitler. You're just a bad individual.
Because he is the American way and not the German way or the Soviet way or the Chinese way, which are different things. So again, that is the...
I swear. I don't give a fuck, apparently. Good God. You suck, Ben. Seriously, you suck.
fatal flaw, I think, for pretty much all Superman movies, but in this one specifically, they don't even bother with any of that. It's cotton candy. You'll watch it. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll be like me and be overcritical. You'll walk away. 2 days later, you won't be thinking about the movie. 2 hours later, you won't be thinking about the movie. Nothing about the movie is going to stick with you. The hero of the movie is the dog. Superman has to be saved multiple times by this, like, not particularly good dog.
I thought the hero was the dog. Shouldn't you love the dog if he's the hero, Ben? You dumb whore.
And, I mean, he's a good doggo, I suppose, but he really is badly behaved, this dog. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, my overall review, 2 out of 5 stars. Meh. I think that the stars do their best with bad material given to them by James Gunn.
The worms going in through the mouth and helping him as he's sobbing. And, you know, it's kneeling at the end of the bed, and I was on the other side of the bed for that whole time.
Good job by David Corenswet. Good job by Rachel Brosnahan. Good job by Nicholas Hoult. Good job by Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific. But, you know, Superman, as I say, super meh.
Good God, Ben. Good God. Well, you got me. So, that was Ben. Holy shit, he is a lot. And he had a lot of wrong opinions. I kind of see it coming. but really, I'm tired. Wow. So that was a lot wrong with that. I think our big takeaway from this is that Ben Shapiro, he's a very stupid man, and he really shouldn't be listened to. And like again, this movie Superman 2025, he just trying to get you to care about other people's lives, and they're dying, and he's just trying to save people. And conservatives and Ben just absolutely can't stand it. Can't stand just having empathy to other people because their whole ideology is based on dehumanizing and not giving a shit about other people. And wow, I don't think yeah, here's my ultimate take, Ben. You're not good enough for this movie, Ben. If you watch this movie and you think it's meh, that's really just a problem with you. I don't say this about a lot of movies. But in this particular case, this particular person, it's just a problem with you. I don't really say that a lot, but I got one time to say that. So, so go see Superman now in theaters. Thanks for sticking with me through this whole thing. Ben sure was a lot, wasn't he? So, thanks, guys. Have a good night.